Are you sure? Because I distinctly saw you grin.
Grinning is acceptable. Welcome.
Oh, so that's what we're doing now?
Yeah, you did it to me like 5 times. I'm Chris.
I'm Chad.
And this is Wheel of Whiskey, where we spin the wheel, see what it gives us, and then tell you what we think about it.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while since we kind of explained the premise of the show, so I'll probably jump in there and do that.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So Chris and I are a couple of guys who have met and have discovered our fondness for all things that is Ishkabaha. And as we learned today, I think that would put us at least close friend on the tier.
Yeah.
See, I was paying attention today.
I would say close tier. close friend.
Over a shared hobby or interest, which happens to be whiskey. Unfortunately for us, that also turned into a buying whiskey habit, which did not make the wives too terribly happy.
I believe in the term happy wife, happy life. These are words to live by.
So, what do you do when you're faced with a surplus of whiskey? Well, apparently, like everybody else in the world, you start a whiskey YouTube channel and start reviewing.
There we go.
And put them all on a wheel. I said before, I'm a teacher, and Wheel of Names is one of those wonderful inventions that I found to help me not call on the same kid every time. Kind of keeps everybody honest. I like to call it karma picking, because I have found of anything that this wheel has zero chill. It don't care about your feelings. It is, do I make that joke? The Wheel of Names is the Trump of randomization.
All right.
It does what it wants when it wants.
Better karma picking than nose picking.
Or ice cream licking, but
Yeah. I like to lick ice cream.
Everybody likes ice cream, but some people like it a little too much, as in 46.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways.
We're just going to keep going back the line until we make it to Washington.
So we spin the wheel. Whatever spits out is what we start pouring into our glasses. So, Chris, what did the wheel say to pour tonight?
Booker's Batch 3 from 2019 Country Ham Batch. So for those of you who followed along with my Advent journey on TikTok this last December, this was one of the bottles that I put on my Advent calendar. You can see it's getting kind of low. I needed to do a couple reviews on it. But Booker's is one of the first expressions of that batched product. So like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and Booker's, Stag Junior were kind of the ones that all right, we're going to release a few batches every year. They're all going to be different. They're going to, and that way they can, I guess, maximize profits. I don't know. But this is from 2019, and it is aged 6 years, 4 months, 2 days. So all the Booker's batches have very specific. Yeah. All the Booker's batches have very specific age, and it not here, but the tag that comes with it usually tells you everything that's in it, exactly how old each thing is.
Can't believe they didn't put hours on it as well.
Yeah, it's usually only a few barrels that go into it. But Booker No is the master distiller at Jim Beam from 1960 until 1992. And so Booker's is named after him. Obviously, I think Fred No is the distiller there now, his son.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is kind of a barrel proof offering from them. Actually, Booker's was the first barrel proof bourbon I ever drank. So not this batch, but I remember buying a Booker's back when they were like $65. They're like $105 now. But
damn inflation.
When it was like $65, I bought it. I was like, oh man, this is such a high proof, early in my whiskey journey. And I just remember the way it made my cheeks feel raw on the inside. And I loved the feeling. And I was just like, man, this is delicious. And I love the sensation it gives me. And it really was kind of I would say Booker's is the catalyst for my love of barrel proof bourbons. Now I don't buy Booker's really anymore because I feel like for a 7-year aged barrel proof product to be $100 is just rough. That's rough to swallow compared against things like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
We've alluded to this before. Anybody watching this show is very well aware of what we talk about when we say the bourbon bubble. You make a product that everybody has to have, that people camp out for. You can't find certain bottles. We got the allocations, all these things going on, right? And unfortunately, this is kind of one of those downsides to that is eventually stuff that is good just starts hitting above their weight class.
Yeah.
Like a lot of whiskey we have, they're really good, but man, are they $75, $80 good? I mean, I can get something that's almost, I'm not even going to say as good.
Yeah.
Almost as good for literally about half the price.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm a real big subscriber to the law of diminishing returns. If I can get pretty much close to the exact same experience without putting hardly any effort and a lot less money into it, I'm probably going to go that route.
Well, the thing that's crazy is you can get that from Jim Beam. If you buy a Knob Creek single barrel for $50,
and those are everywhere,
and it's 120 proof, 9-year age stated, 9-year age stated single barrel, 120 proof for $50, and I would put that head to head with Booker's and probably ahead of Booker's a lot of the batches, unless it's like a premium batch of Booker's. And so it's just interesting because Jim Beam has their high end line, right? So they have Baker's 7, the single Baker's 107, Booker's, Knob Creek, Basil Hayden's. I think there's one more, but those 4 are like the high end or the premium from Jim Beam, right? They're all made by Jim Beam, but Knob Creek, Booker's, Baker's, and Basil Hayden. But yeah, it's like you can just pick up a Knob Creek 9-year single barrel for half the price.
I do have a little funny story about Booker's. When I was really starting my whiskey journey back in, it was like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. And that was when I was chasing the bottles and whatnot. I go to one of my cigar labs we have down here, pretty close to us, Dublin Hound Cigars. If you're ever in Kingwood area, go check them out. Les is a great guy. Excellent sticks, great smokes, all that good stuff. But I was known as the whiskey guy. Like I was always bringing whiskey in for people to try because it's a BYOB kind of place. And they kept telling me about this one bottle that some guy brought a year or so before I got there that was just so strong and everybody couldn't stand it. And they're like, man, it sat there forever. People just dumped Coke in there and trying to get it down. And it's like, man, I really wish we knew what it was. And they finally found a picture of it on the counter, and it was a Booker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, why would you do that?
Right.
But
well, what are you smelling on this? I'm not going to say Booker's is gross because this is going to be a delicious pour. But it's just not going to be $100 delicious, most likely.
Let me check something real quick. Immediate reaction. There's no possible way that this is 62% ABV.
Yeah,
it does not smell proofy. Like it's got a little proof to it. Like you can tell that it's hiding a little bit, but there's a lot going on in there above the proof. Like it is so much it is tamping the proof down for me. I'm getting the kind of that savory, like a good old Sunday ham with like the pineapples and cherries stuck on it.
You're like,
am I giving into it?
Yeah, you are. It's got a picture of a ham.
Maybe it's psychosomatic, but it's really got that kind of savory, sweet mixture going on in there.
I'm getting like a charred caramel.
But see, you could probably tell me anything sweet and savory. So like, I could go chicken and waffles. I could go ham and pineapple. I could go.
I am getting like a real spiciness and like a proof spice to it. So I'm getting like a charred caramel and a.
So like I can smell that it's there. It's got the proof, but it's not. It's not kicking my teeth down
like
my throat.
An oak. This one finally has some oak in it. There's like a candy, like a caramel chew almost, like a Werther's or something, like a really sweet like caramel candy note.
Have you ever had those Werther's sour apple ones? Have that like that apple core on them? Oh, they're good. Totally off topic here, but it's really good candy.
I'm gonna say rye spice caramel candy, and then also like that like char like blowtorch caramel, brown
Creme brulee
sugar.
almost.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about on a ham when you put the brown sugar on the ham and then blowtorch that thing.
I tell you, this is one of those that I could live on the nose for a while. It's got a lot going on. You're just dissecting it, pulling it apart.
Are you getting any nuttiness at all?
These nuts.
Just like a hint. I'm getting like a hint of it.
Got it.
Okay, so I think I see where you're going with that, but not necessarily like a nuttiness, like a nut powder almost.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking because I know I have a bottle of that B2B, that powdered peanut butter that you mix with water and it makes the peanut butter.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm smelling,
Okay.
like a dry, powdery kind of nut butter almost.
Well, I'm going to see if I can coat my palate with this a little bit, and maybe the nose will give me a little more.
Dive in. There's that proof. There's a proof. Woo!
Oh.
It doesn't really hit you about halfway down.
Yeah. Mm. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, it's definitely
There's definitely a sweet meat kind of.
It hit me. There's a lot of nuttiness right up front, but then that really transitioned quickly into a really like almost teeth cracking sweetness, and then that transitioned into the proof and like a rye spice, like a real spiciness, and like a almost like that's I was getting kind of the meaty, like you were saying, like a savory, like a savory note, and then now I'm getting almost like a just like malt and oak at the end.
Dude, I'll go ahead and say that's a big old bite of a country ham steak.
That is I mean, that has a lot going on for sure. Definitely has a lot going on.
Definitely one you gotta sit there and just gotta pick apart. Like you.
And considering this is in 2019, this one probably was like $70. So if I'm going to compare, obviously you won't be able to find this right now.
No, gosh, no.
You're going to be buying the 2025 batches. I saw at Total Wine the other day; they had all three 2025 batches there.
Ooh.
$105 each one. They're just like
see, and just your point on what we were talking about. For me, 65. If I see that for 65, I'm picking it up, buying it. And I'm not thinking twice about it. You start crossing $85, $90 range, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
You cross the $100 range. Well, I remember the good old days when this.
Right. I think I got this for $90 from Godfather. But Country Ham was widely regarded as one of the best Booker's batches, which is why I was very happy to pay $90 for it a couple years, like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago.
To me, it's really weird because I've never gotten that kind of meaty taste off anything that wasn't peated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it off that Trails In 10-year. I bought the Trails In 10-year like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, and that was real savory meaty notes.
I've gotten like the brisket and the meatiness off of like say an Ardbeg or not really Lagavulin, but like a Lafroig almost. Like you can kind of pick up the meaty barbecue notes on those. But yeah, this has been the first bourbon I can definitely say that I'm picking up the meat.
And the nose,
is still nice.
It's like oak. Yeah, char. I'm getting a lot of char in this.
It's like a fresh split oak too. Like you're splitting firewood growing up, burning some of it. Yeah, this is a great pour.
It's like a cherry syrup. Like a cherry, it's like rye spice and cherry syrup.
It's like those old advertisements. You see that big ham with a pineapple and the cherry
the red
right
cherries,
in the middle
like
of
the
it.
super red cherries. I'm not getting any pineapple, but yeah, I mean it's.
I'm not saying like pineapple, like as in the taste pineapple.
Sure.
It gives that sweet
You can
twinge
see
to the ham.
you can see their influence in the name.
Really picking that up, but yeah,
Man,
excellent pour.
there's a fruitiness in here too.
I'm
for
gonna tell you this. For me, we're approaching Niner territory. I'm gonna say like
Yeah?
9. At 65, I'm a 9.2.
sure. Okay.
At 80 to 90, I'm a 9.
Okay.
100 over, I'm like an 8.6.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I have to be consistent. My law of diminishing returns. So what does that average out to? 8.6 and 9.2, 4, 5, 6, 3, 8, 9 is an average.
Sure. Let's say 9. Man, it's a little for me right now. It's a little sharp. There's a little bit of sharpness to it on the nose and the palate. And
this has been the least sharp Bookers I think I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like, this is, that's a great pour.
it's something where, like, I think if I walked away to do a chore and came back in 20 minutes, and came back to it, it would be like completely opened up and a lot more mellow. This would be a good one to sip over the course of an hour, doing stuff around the house. What do I want to rate this today?
I would say, dare I say, this one would be a good one to go with a
cigar.
Cigar?
It could stand up to it for sure.
Oh, definitely. Thinking like a
Speaking
nice
of cigar, Total Wine had Magnus cigar blend. 205, I think.
I don't know that I've ever had a cigar blend whiskey before.
You did, because it was in the Advent
Did I?
calendar last year.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, Godfather put a cigar blend in there.
This one, was this Joseph Magnus?
Mm-hmm.
It was. Oh.
Yep.
Well, it was real memorable for me.
Yeah, well, it scored worse than Larceny Barrel Proof and Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye.
Did it score worse than the aged vodka?
No. Okay. I'm going to give this...
I ran out of breath.
It's all right. That's why I don't breathe when I play drums. Man, I can't give it a 9. It's just not quite well rounded enough for me. I'm gonna go 8.7. I feel like I've been in that 8 range this whole
We're going to
session.
get you out your funk or something.
Well, here comes this rye for later or earlier, depending on when you're tuning in. But
we try so hard not to give our secrets away.
Well, we've told everyone we batch film. So yeah, 8.7. I think it's solid. It's
a good pour. The more expensive it gets, the less great it's getting.
It's hard to recommend buying. I would not recommend to anyone to buy Booker's today blind. Don't just buy the batch of Booker's unless you just love Booker's. If you are like a Booker's fanboy and everything about Booker's you are all about, sure. But I would say check YouTube for the people who are more famous than us, who actually get new releases and try them and see if a batch is like getting a lot of good reviews before you pick it up. But I wouldn't say just go spend $100 on a bottle of
I'm going to
Booker's.
challenge everybody with a question that Godfather gave us a while back. And as we sign off the show, y'all go ahead and argue down in the comments amongst yourselves. Let's get a comment. Let's get a subscribe, share, all those good things. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Willow Whiskey. We're there.
Yep.
But here's the question. And we'll answer this probably in a TikTok later on. Is there a bourbon that is above $100? Or let's go above $150.
Okay. Ooh.
Is there a bourbon above $150 that you would really honestly buy every time sight unseen? Hang on to that thought. Share yours down in the comments. And check us out on TikTok for our answers.
Yeah. And, like I said, this is in our Advent calendar. I did 24 reviews in 24 days on our TikTok. Try to keep each one around a minute. So if y'all can go back through and obviously watch that back catalog. But we love to engage you guys there too.
Y'all have a good one.
Cheers.
Could you grease up that old metal roasting pan and bake me a country ham, honey glazed with a side of yam?